For a homeless person who has no place to go, sleeping in public is kind of like breathing in public.
This is a serious policy problem. And it's a policy problem because the solution, of course, is to build shelter, to provide shelter for those who are otherwise harmless.
Right now, U.S. Supreme Court justices are working to rule on the question of whether being homeless and sleeping outside is a punishable offense. The hearing kicked off rallies across the country, including right here in the metro.
So Jim Stratman is here in the studio with us this morning, talking more about the housing, not handcuffs rally, Jim.
Yeah, and so we won't expect to get a ruling from the Supreme Court in their case until later on in June. So still a bit for that. But that didn't stop activists here in Louisville from gathering outside the federal courthouse in protest on Monday. Now, at issue is whether or not the government can ticket, fine, or possibly jail homeless people who sleep outside in public areas. Here in Louisville, it is illegal to camp on public property for more than 12 hours without a permit. If you do that, you could face civil penalties. But right now, there's no criminal charges tied to that. Yesterday, activists set up 25 tents out in front of the federal building, each representing 24 people who go unhoused every night in Louisville. According to the Coalition for the Homeless, in 2021, more than 10,600 people experienced homelessness here in the city. Marcus Young Sr. works with Vocal KY and tells us why he's advocating for the unhoused population. He's also experiencing homelessness himself right now.
The rush to get to showers and try to get to interviews and things like that, and just, pressing to get forward. Some days even having money to be able to get from one place to another. I'm pulled more so for our people because, I find out that there's a lot of people who, whose experiences are a lot rougher than mine. Some of them are like mine, and, just they need the help and, same inspiration that I do.
District 4 Councilman Ja'Cory Arthur called on the community to support an ordinance that would create a right to shelter and also mandate dollars for the Affordable Housing Trust Fund. Now, Congressman Morgan McGarvey was also there yesterday. He mentioned two bills that he's pushing for on the federal level that would address affordable housing and homelessness. I'll have more on the response from Louisville leaders coming up here in the next half hour. Grace, Eric?
Jim, thank you. This morning, Metro Police are searching for the person responsible for a shooting in the Bashford Manor area. Police found a man with a gunshot wound around 9:30 last night in the common area of an apartment complex on Newburgh Road near Bashford Manor Lane. He was taken to a local hospital and is expected to survive. Anyone with information is urged to call the anonymous tip line at 574-LMPD. Now, police are also investigating human remains found in the Ohio River. This happened just southwest of downtown shortly after 3:30 yesterday. Police say a tugboat operator notified them about a body in the water. Investigators are waiting for the results of an autopsy to determine the person's identity and cause of death.
Two separate shootings involving Metro police officers have been found justified by the Jefferson County Commonwealth's Attorney's Office. The first happened last August on Frankfort Avenue when police responded to reports of a man firing randomly a gun near the area where the railroad tracks cross the road. Police say during the incident, the man, 47-year-old James Monty, shot at them. Officer Roberto Cedeno returned fire, hitting and killing Monty. The second case was from September 7th at 40th and Kentucky Streets. Police say Officer Brandon Haley was conducting a traffic stop when gunfire came from a nearby home. Officer Haley was seriously wounded, and another officer, Colin Bellotto, returned fire. LMPD's Professional Standards Unit is still investigating both cases.
After a unanimous 5-0 vote, the Oldham County School Board is increasing salaries for its teachers. If approved, a $2 raise to hourly staffers and a 7% raise to salaried staff members. The board said it's the largest raise it's seen in more than a decade. Some faculty members say it's a step in the right direction.
I've been on the board going on 16 years. This is the biggest raise we've ever gave.
We have not rewarded our teachers very well in the last 10 years and felt like 7% was definitely warranted and needed this year.
The chairwoman of the Oldham County Board of Education says she hopes these new raises will help retain employees. Just as a comparison of salaries, a starting teacher salary at Oldham is $39,000. It's $47,000 at JCPS. A bus driver in Oldham County would start out making $38,000 a year, while JCPS bus drivers make $55,000.
I'm thankful for the raise we're getting, but it's not going to be sufficient for these drivers to live in this community.
The school district is also offering free tuition to people who live outside of Oldham County but teach or work there, and it hopes to approve paid maternity leave next month. The raises go into effect on July 1st.
Kentucky's 34th Safe Haven baby box is set to be installed right here in the metro. The box will go in at Louisville Fire Engine 10 on Ashland Avenue. It's off of Southern Parkway in the Beachmont neighborhood. State representatives will join LFD to reveal the new baby box today at 2.